how are we doing? We are back, big styly, for another podcast. It's a Thursday. Hope you're having a good week. Among all the pain, all the trouble, all the negativity that's going on, why don't you find time in your Thursday to watch this and to find your rest away from everything. Speaking of rest, what are we talking about today, Jeff? We are talking about rest. Interesting. Huh? Yes, it is. Can you remember the last time you walked into the bathroom? Probably going to think, what are you going to say here, James? But hang on. And you looked in the mirror and thought to yourself, wow, I'm looking rested and replenished today. I'll tell you what, try think. I'll give you 2 seconds. Blaise Pascal said, all of man's problems come from his inability in being able to sit quiet and alone. It's true. We as young people, we constantly are doing everything we can. We aren't finding time to rest. Also, a lot of us now are leading. I want to encourage you to lead, but what does this mean? It means whether you lead well or you don't even have a leadership position, you can still lead even if you don't have a leadership position. When you lead, you are giving yourself. Whenever you're giving yourself, you need a corresponding season or space to replenish what has been taken out of you. We need to slow down in order to speed up. That slowing down is rest. We don't rest. I don't rest. I constantly try and do everything I can. Rest. For me, there's two different types of rest. You've got productive rest and you've got unproductive rest. Productive rest, meditating, exercising. You've got keeping plants. Who doesn't like keeping plants? Often with productive rest, doing those things such as exercise, you will leave and feel more empowered. You will feel more rested, more replenished, more juvenized. Is juvenized a word? I don't know if it's a word, but I'm going to put it in there because it sounds right. But unproductive rest, examples, Netflix, Amazon, Sky, binge watching anything and everything, those are examples of unproductive rest. What do I mean by that? We as young people, we choose our rest to be unproductive rest. This does not help us at all. It does not make us feel any better. The one branch of people that are actually very good at rest is athletes. Athletes are incredible at rest. They realize that there is an off season and an on season, and they incorporate rest into their day-to-day regime, into their day-to-day routine. They realize that you need to rest in order to achieve your goals. Michael Jordan, realized how important rest was. His average game time was 38 minutes, but within that he had 10 minutes each game resting, because resting is so important. Without MJ's 10-minute rest break and his slice of orange, he wouldn't have been the player he was and known for today. He realized that both work and activity plus rest and renewal are necessary for sustained high performance. Athletes are very good at this. Also successful businessmen and women, because we've got to honour the women. It was International Women's Day last week. Big up all the women watching this. International, worldwide. Don't even know what I'm on about there. But they realised that it's important to incorporate rest into their day-to-day regime. Rest, as I mentioned, productive rest can have many different types. Maybe for you, it is, as I said earlier, watering your plants, keeping your garden, keeping an allotment. Maybe it's playing sport. Maybe it's, who knows, going to the library and reading some books. It's International Book Day as well, a couple of weeks ago. Wow. That's good. How key is that? That's good rest. But my favourite rest is reading the Word of God. Not the word, the bird. The bird is not the word. The Bible is the Word. For me as a Christian, I find my rest in the morning reading the Word of God. In Matthew 11:28-30, it says, "Come to me, all those who labour and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me." Jesus doesn't say here, "Come to me happy, come to me cheerful and optimistic." It's the opposite that's true. Rest is radical because it's honest. We can come to Jesus regardless of what we're feeling. And I'll tell you right now, I've been coming to Jesus a lot recently due to some of the negativity and bad news that we're facing. But because that rest is radical, it's honest. In the place of honesty, Jesus can give you the emotional rest and safety that you need, and also understanding. Theology time. It's theology time. We're back with theology time. How long has that been? But I was reading and researching. Rest is one of the 3 ambitions in the New Testament, alongside with preaching the gospel and pleasing God. Rest is one of the 3. So what does that mean for me? It's establishing that rest is at the same level of importance as preaching the gospel. Because without rest, you aren't able to preach the gospel. So for me, what does that mean? It means if I want to achieve my goals, and you as a young person watching this, if you want to achieve your huge goals, your huge dreams that God has intended for your life, you need to find time in your day-to-day to rest, to incorporate it into your routine, and to become an MJ, to become a Steve Jobs, to become an Elon Musk, because they will have time in their day that they have for rest, that is specifically dedicated for rest. Even if it's 10 minutes of your day, young person, find time to rest. I can't encourage enough. Take time to rest.
NYNY podcast, you're out.
Good night. God bless. Oh, it's Oscar Welsh. Where is he?
The man, the myth, the legend.
Oh, hello, mate. How you doing?
You look awful.